Greetings, dear clients. Dear subscribers, this is S1 Company with you. In this video, we will review one of the most powerful ready-made video surveillance systems in the dome camera category. Here, our cameras are round dome-shaped, not cylindrical. This is the S1 MO Pro Zoom Max model. I'll tell you everything about this model, all its interesting features and details. I'll show you clearly how it connects. Let's start by removing this protective film here. I've already done this in advance. So this is a ready-to-use video surveillance system with 5 megapixels, 2K resolution, 5 times digital zoom, a Sony sensor, color night vision, a built-in microphone, and integrated artificial intelligence. There are a lot of different features here, and this is one of the most popular models people choose when they need a dome-style surveillance camera. Such cameras are often installed in offices, stores, industrial facilities, and private homes. These cameras are universal. They can be used both indoors and outdoors. If you install them outdoors, they can withstand temperatures down to -60 degrees, have an IP66 protection rating, are dust and moisture proof, and are not affected by rain or any precipitation. We are often asked whether these surveillance cameras can be mounted on a wall or if they can only be mounted on the ceiling. They can be mounted both on the wall and on the ceiling, thanks to the fact that this dome in the middle rotates in all directions. In terms of installation, this camera is no different from a regular bullet camera. We are also often asked, if you compare this MOL Pro Zoom Max surveillance system with the MOL Pro X system, what are the differences and which one is better to choose? Here the system comes with 5 megapixels and a 5 times electronic optical zoom. As for the MOL Pro X system, everything is the same features and specifications, except it has 8 megapixels and no zoom. And people often ask, which is more important to choose, a 5 times zoom or higher resolution without zoom? 8 megapixel dome cameras with a built-in microphone and zoom basically do not exist. In production, they are only available without zoom. Here, we always recommend starting from the distance you need the camera to cover in terms of facial clarity and license plate recognition. So in this case, there is a 5 times zoom. A camera with 5 times zoom can see 5 times farther compared to the same camera without zoom. This is necessary in places with long corridors, or if you want to mount it along a fence or a wall and need to monitor video over a long distance to clearly see faces and car license plates. Speaking of clarity, the MOL Pro X system provides clear images at a distance of 10 to 15 meters. If your requirement is 10, 15, 20 or 25 meters, then only surveillance cameras with zoom will suit you. So if you want to clearly see faces or car license plates at 25 meters, choose the MOL Pro Zoom Max model. So what exactly is a ready-made video surveillance system? It's a complete set that includes everything necessary for these cameras to work. This includes the cameras themselves, all the necessary mounting hardware, instructions, and a template for easy installation. The kit also comes with 18-meter cables for each camera. These are branded S1 cables. They come with pre-installed connectors. The entire video surveillance system here is designed for self-installation. In other words, even if you had no idea what video surveillance was yesterday, you'll have no trouble installing this system yourself because there's no need to cut, solder, crimp, or configure IP addresses. Everything is set up according to the principle, take it out of the box and plug it in. There are ready-made 18-meter cables here with PoE support and audio support. As I already mentioned, the cameras come with built-in microphones. This is a digital microphone, the S1 MIC 801 IP, the very best. And here basically the sound recording will be the best available in video surveillance. PoE is a technology that transmits power over a single cable. So there's no typical problem here like with many other cameras where you have to run a second cable to supply power to the camera or arrange for separate power at the installation site with individual power adapters. Here, the cameras receive power from the video recorder, so all you need to do to connect is plug the camera in on one end, connect it to the recorder on the other, and that's it. The camera will start working. I'll show you clearly how this is done a bit later. In the kit, besides the cable, of course, we also have the video recorder. This is the heart of your video surveillance system. Essentially, it's a computer just like the one you have at home, only with its own software. On the front panel, we can see 3 indicator lights, the hard drive indicator, the internet indicator, and the power indicator. If everything is working properly, these lights will be on or blinking. We also see a USB port here. It's convenient to connect a mouse or a flash drive here to transfer information. On the back side, we can see 4 LAN ports. This is where you connect your video cameras. Here we see a port for connecting the video recorder to the internet. You connect your router here using a regular patch cord. You can also connect the video recorder to your network. For example, if you have a home or office network. Here we also have a VGA port and an HDMI port for connecting to a monitor. It is recommended to use HDMI ports. This way you can view video in maximum 2K resolution. For video surveillance systems, the recommended monitor models are the S1 LED 27-inch and 32-inch models. These are specialized monitors for video surveillance systems. How are they different from regular monitors or TVs? First of all, the standard camera grid display, whether it's 4, 8 or 16 cameras, is always shown correctly, unlike on regular TVs. Sometimes it's a 50-50 situation. Sometimes when you connect it, everything displays correctly. Sometimes when you connect it, everything displays crooked or incorrectly. Sometimes you can adjust this on the TV or monitor, and sometimes you can't. There are specialized monitors for video surveillance where this issue never arises. Secondly, they have a longer lifespan compared to regular monitors since they're designed to operate 24/7. Here we also have an analog port for connecting a microphone and an analog output. The microphone port is not used in this model, it's an additional option for this video recorder. In this case, each camera already has a built-in digital microphone. There's also an extra USB port here for connecting a mouse or a flash drive, as well as a power connector. The video recorder itself has its own power supply unit, and with this power supply, both the recorder and all the surveillance cameras receive power. It is also included in the package. Of course, a mouse for connection is traditionally included as well. So the main features of these cameras come with a Sony sensor. The sensor is what is inside the camera, and it determines 90% of the camera's image quality and its longevity. This is not a copy, not a replica, not a fake from AliExpress. These are genuine Sony sensors. The camera also features a 5x electronic optical zoom, which can be controlled remotely from a phone, tablet or computer. As I mentioned before, a camera with 5x zoom can see 5 times farther compared to a regular surveillance camera. This camera features smart color night illumination with built-in artificial intelligence. That means the camera has standard infrared illumination, but the problem with it is that at night you only see the image in black and white. This is inconvenient because you can't see the color of the cars that drive up or the color of the clothes people are wearing as they approach. Another issue with standard infrared illumination is that all car license plates will be overexposed. So at night you'll just see a white spot because license plates are covered with reflective luminescent paint. Here built-in LED lights are used, and when they turn on, the night illumination becomes colored and very powerful, up to 40 meters. As a result, you'll be able to see all the necessary colors for identification, and you'll be able to see car license plates. Also, the colored night illumination doesn't have to be on all the time. It can be activated only when a person or a car is detected in the frame. There are also built-in motion sensors here with integrated artificial intelligence. They can be adjusted for sensitivity, and you can set the detection area for the motion sensor. They can send you a notification to your smartphone when the motion sensor is triggered. And the software here is free. For free, you can view the live video feed online, listen to the audio, control the 5x digital zoom, and even access the archive from the hard drive. So let's talk about hard drives. Here we have a video surveillance system, a typical setup with 4 cameras and a hard drive included. In general, the SMO ProZoom Max system comes in versions ranging from 1 to 64 cameras, meaning you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 16, 20, 32 or 64 cameras. All configurations are available both with and without a hard drive. The hard drive is what is installed inside the video recorder, and it is where the archive is recorded. People often ask, what will the archive size be? If we take a typical 1 terabyte hard drive, which is standard for this system, and use a system with 4 cameras. The archive will last about a week with continuous recording, and 2 to 3 weeks if recording is triggered by motion detection. Another common question is whether you can use your own computer hard drive. Only specialized hard drives designed for video surveillance systems can be used in video surveillance setups. If you install any other type of hard drive, your equipment will automatically lose its warranty. If you have a hard drive left over from your old video surveillance system, then yes, you can install it here. Just remember that you need to format it beforehand, otherwise recording will not start. If you purchase a kit with a hard drive, whether it's the standard one or a replacement you selected, it will already be installed and formatted for you. You don't need to do anything extra, just connect your cameras to the video recorder and recording will start automatically. The surveillance cameras in the Hikvision MO Pro Zoom Max systems come equipped with all the most advanced technologies currently available in video surveillance. This includes WDR technology. This is a technology that solves the problem of poor or improper lighting. I've told you many times, no matter where you place your surveillance camera, several times a day you'll encounter situations where sunlight will hit the camera lens or, on the contrary, a shadow will fall across it. And during these times, cameras without WDR technology become useless because all the faces in the frame will turn black, license plates will become unreadable, and you won't be able to see anything. Here there's a technology in place that solves this problem. Moreover, this is the original WDR technology. Not a copy, not a replica, not a fake from AliExpress like so many other cameras have. Overall, Ison brand equipment is of premium quality. All equipment comes with a 3-year warranty. The second essential technology is 3D NR. This is a technology that reduces noise, meaning graininess, during nighttime recording. Also, there's a modern, high-quality IR LED backlight here, as I already mentioned to you. It's not based on the old, outdated R5 infrared diodes, which have the problem of burning out by the end of the first year of use. Starlight Pro technology, Ison 1 technology, these are also technologies that improve image quality. Ison 1 technology is a technology that ensures your settings are not reset when the power goes out. You don't have the typical problem where the power gets cut off. Then the system turns back on and it might start up with all the settings reset. You have to set up remote viewing again, configure the motion sensors again. People also often ask which additional accessories are most commonly purchased with the SMO Pro Zoom Max system. The first accessory that is most often purchased is the mounting base for surveillance cameras. This is only needed for outdoor installation. If you're installing indoors, you don't need them, so don't waste extra money. If the installation is outdoors, then these connections need to be properly sealed. If you don't do this, the connections will oxidize, the camera will fail, and it won't be covered under warranty. The ISN D290 and D290E bases are suitable for this. These are plastic versions. Of course, the more reliable options are the metal versions ISN D490 and ISN D490E. People often ask, if I'm installing the camera outdoors but under an awning, do I still need to use a base? Yes. All manufacturers recommend using a base in any case because if you don't, moisture will still accumulate here due to the increased humidity that occurs during long periods of rain. Most often this happens in the fall, and after a year or two, your surveillance camera is very likely to fail anyway. It is also recommended to connect the surveillance system immediately to a specialized uninterruptible power supply with surge protection. A power surge can be caused by any nearby thunderstorm. Video surveillance is low voltage equipment. HD uses 12 volts. IP always uses 48 or 52 volts, and low voltage equipment burns out much more easily and quickly during power surges compared to classic household appliances like TVs or refrigerators. That's why it's recommended to connect it right away, so you don't end up in a situation where your equipment simply fails due to a power surge. On our website, in the other section, select uninterruptible power supplies in the filter on the left. You'll see there are quite a few models, some cheaper, some more expensive. All of them come with the option to keep your equipment running during a power outage. That is, they have built-in batteries, and accordingly the cheaper options have smaller batteries. There are more expensive options with larger batteries or even several batteries. It all depends on your needs, how long you want your equipment to run during a power outage. People also often ask if it's possible to use simpler computer UPS units or voltage stabilizers for boilers. For video surveillance, it is recommended to use specialized uninterruptible power supplies designed specifically for video surveillance systems because there are a lot of UPS manufacturers and almost all of them specialize in fulfilling specific tasks. UPS for computers, UPS for household appliances, stabilizers for boilers, and so on. Manufacturers of video surveillance systems can guarantee the operation of the equipment only when a specialized uninterruptible power supply for video surveillance is used. Therefore, if you don't want to face warranty issues or equipment failures, it is necessary to use a specialized UPS. Monitors are also often purchased, as I have already mentioned, as well as routers for connecting via 3G or 4G internet. Now I will show you how easy it is to connect and set up the Ison MO Pro Zoom Max video surveillance system. First, we need to remove the protective films from the lenses. We take any surveillance camera. Here we connect it with the standard cable. There is a second power connector here. It is not used in this video surveillance system. It is only used in cases when the camera is not connected via PoE, for example, to some old video recorder. We have a modern video surveillance system with PoE, so the second connector will not be used here. On the other end, we simply connect the cable to the corresponding port on the video recorder. Here we can see that the power supply is already connected and a mouse is connected via the USB port. We will also connect a monitor, and the monitor will be connected to the Ison video recorder. An HDMI cable is never included with the video surveillance system because it always comes with the monitor. Accordingly, if you purchase the system together with an Ison monitor, an HDMI cable will be included in the box with the monitor. If you plan to connect the system to your own TV or monitor, you will also have your own HDMI cable. If it is already in use or missing for some reason, you can purchase an HDMI cable separately. They are sold on our website in the other section. They are available in a range from 1 to 30 meters. All we need to do is connect our HDMI cable to the HDMI port here, and on the other end, connect it to the monitor. I'll also show you right away how to connect the Ison MoPro Zoom Max system to the internet. This is not a mandatory option. It is only necessary if you want to view video, listen to audio, or control the zoom from your phone, tablet, or computer anywhere in the world. The video surveillance system will also work without the internet. It will record data to its own hard drive. And to view the data or to change any settings in the video surveillance system, you will need to do it either through your computer or by connecting a monitor here as well. We will connect it using a regular patch cord. Patch cords are also never included with the video surveillance system because they always come with the router. Accordingly, if you purchase the video surveillance system together with a router, there will be a patch cord in the router's box. If you already have your own router, then by definition you also have your own patch cord. If you don't have one or it's already in use, you can also buy one separately. Here, we connect the patch cord to the appropriate LAN port, and on the other end, we connect the patch cord to the router.
Now let's take a look at the DVR control menu. Here we need to select the language. Here the system prompts us to enter the password. The default password on all the DVRs is Ison12345. Click Login here, and we need to check the time. Check the time zone to match the current time zone. Click Next. This is the network settings of the DVR. This is necessary if you immediately connect the recorder to your network. Here are the network settings for all cameras. Click Next. All hard disks will be displayed here. Hard disks should be used with SATA 2, SATA 3 connectors for video surveillance systems. Click Next. Here the system prompts us to change the password and ask control questions. We will not do it now. Click Exit. All our cameras are displayed here. You can move the mouse, and here we have hints and quick menu items. For example, PDZ is for rotating cameras. Zoom button, that is zooming in on the footage. Here you can enable audio that supports your surveillance cameras, which you connect such. 2 times click the mouse to expand the window to full screen. Also click twice to go back. Right-click to open the menu. Here, for example, you can customize the display of the number of cameras you want. Let's click to exit full screen mode in order to see the main menu. There are a lot of different functions and settings here. I will show you the main ones that you will probably use. On the top, we have the main buttons. Here we have now open view mode. On the left, CCTV cameras. Here respectively display. Also customize as you need. Here is the button archive here. Select the desired camera on the left. Select the date on the calendar. Below displays the selected day from 0 to 24 hours. Here you can display only motion recording. You can speed up the video. Then in the search section, you can save the information to a USB flash card before you need to insert it into any USB port of the recorder. Also select the surveillance camera. Select the date. Click on the button to save the video to a USB flash drive. Here are all the same settings that we have already seen. There are also additional settings, such as user settings. Here you can create several users so that then you can keep track of who went into the menu recorder and what did with the system. Here is a system of alerts about different events. Also all standard can be configured. Here network settings. On the P2P tab, you can configure the option to view the image from a smartphone. There is also an email tab here. In this item, you can configure email notifications that triggered the motion sensor. Here are the camera settings that we have already seen, and also WASD menu settings. For example, you can specify the names for each camera. Here are the recording settings for each camera. In this item, you can choose how to record your CCTV cameras constantly, by motion sensor or by schedule. We recommend that all our customers immediately put all CCTV cameras in motion sensor recording mode. Here is the DVR maintenance button. You can use it to get basic information and also to update the device. In the upper right corner, there is also a button to turn off and restart the DVR.
Now I will show you how to install and set up the application on your smartphone for remote viewing. The instructions are absolutely the same for all Apple devices, meaning on iPhone 10, 15, 16, it's all exactly the same, as well as for all Google devices and all Android devices. It's all absolutely the same. Download the app through the App Store or Google Market called BitVision. You enter the BitVision app, click on the 3 lines in the top left. Here, click on Login. Now, click on First, Login. And here you click on the registration button. Complete the registration. It's a fairly simple registration. You need to provide your email, password, nothing to worry about. I am already registered. After you have registered, click on the Login button. Click on the 3 lines again. Go to the Device Manager. And here in the bottom right, you click on the plus sign. 3 options are offered for how to add your video recorder. The simplest option is to click the bottom item, LAN Search. This means that a network search will be performed automatically. Here, my video recorder is displayed immediately. I click on it. Here we need to enter the device name. You can specify something arbitrary, for example, home. The username is always admin, in lowercase. And the password. Here, enter the one you specified during initial registration, that is, the password. From your video recorder, I see the camera display. And let's go through the main settings. I can double-click on the camera to display 4 cameras at once. Similarly, set up all the cameras connected to your video recorder. I can rotate the phone 90 degrees to display the camera in full screen. I can pinch to zoom in on the image for software zoom, rotating the phone back. There are also quick buttons below the screen. The first is to take a screenshot. The second is to record video online right now. Next, this button allows you to listen to the audio from the surveillance camera. The following button displays a certain number of cameras you want to show at once. I will leave it at 1 for now. The BD button is for switching modes. Right now we clicked on HD and can see how the quality has changed, meaning we are viewing in maximum quality and can see how clear the image has become. By default, BD is set for traffic saving, so you see the situation and understand what is happening. If you want to view this moment in maximum detail, you click on HD. Below, there are also playback, close, and share buttons. I will show you the main feature that you will use, which is viewing. Click on the 3 lines in the top left, and here select playback. Here, you also select the camera that will be connected, and at the bottom, a bar will appear, and you simply swipe with your finger to choose the event you want to view. For example, you see that yesterday at there was some movement at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you just swipe your finger here, and automatic playback starts. That is, in this way you can not only view the image online from your phone, but also see what happened. You can quickly send this information to your phone to take it to law enforcement or do something else with this information.